It happens every day. People in Florida lose their lives to prescription drugs.
It's an epidemic. It's frightening.
I really just felt someone was going to die.
Oh, God.
And one Bay Area county tops the list of overdose deaths.
I feel very bad for those families, and I very easily could have been one of them.
People your age who are not waking up.
911.
They say addiction is a disease. It's a cancer. It's wicked.
The supply is still plentiful and that the supply hasn't changed.
I think she felt that she could control the problem. At first, she did.
Eventually, you're going to bury your child because the disease of addiction has 3 places: jails, institutions, and death.
Tonight, an in-depth look at families affected by the pain pill problem and what's being done to stop the epidemic. ABC Action News and the Tampa Bay Times present If I Die Young. Brought to you by St. Petersburg General Hospital, breaking the cycle of addiction with medical stabilization. Now, here's ABC Action News anchor Brendan McLaughlin.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. We are in the Pinellas County courtroom of the Honorable Judge Deanna Farnell. This is where drug court is held. I'm joined by Tampa Bay Times Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Lane DeGregory and award-winning photojournalist John Pendergraft.
In recent years, Pinellas County has seen more prescription drug deaths than any other county in the state.
Most people who come to drug court are between the ages of 20 and 35, and most of those defendants are prescription drug addicts, and they come from all walks of life.
ABC Action News and the Tampa Bay Times are united in fighting prescription drug addiction. We'll introduce you to 2 families desperate to find help for their drug-addicted daughters. And as you'll learn, there is no easy solution.
This letter's purpose is to tell you the stupid mistakes I made.
I love you, Mom, and I don't know where I would be without you.
And how badly I wish I could take them back.
I'm sorry, and I will prove to all this time, no more games.
These are the words of loved ones trying to make things right after so much has gone wrong.
As kids, she was my best friend. She was my little shadow. Wherever I would go, she was about a step and a half behind me, tripping over my heels.
I just kept telling her I want my Stacy back. You know, I want that bubbly, energetic, great personality. I want my Stacy back.
Letters written by 2 young women with separate lives, but a common struggle.
At a certain point, I had hit my rock bottom, and it was hell. I was grieving Stacy.
Stacy Nicholson, a street-smart Southern fried tomboy who loves country and hip-hop, grew up in St. Petersburg. As a teen, she dropped out of school.
I think that it kind of got out of hand, though, when she was probably 16.
Emily Rifkin grew up on the other side of the bay in the Northdale area of Tampa, graduating with honors from Gaither High School and getting a 4-year scholarship to USF. But both have seen the inside of a courtroom and a jail cell, and one of them, we'll soon learn, won't make it to their 30th birthday.
I don't want to receive a phone call from your mother saying Stacy didn't make it.
People your age who are not waking up. Do you believe me? Okay, in case you don't, check this obituary out and see if it fits.
Stacy and Emily became strangers to their own families, going places and doing things no one could have imagined.
Trying to get money out of me constantly. I have to hide my purse, hide my money. She's stolen lots of times.
In 3 months, she took $11,000.
She stole from everyone in this family.
Emily stole from her sister, her mother, and myself something in the neighborhood of $60,000.
They should be scared. They're not.
For them to be confronted with the possibility that if they continue doing what they're doing, that they will have thrown their life away.
Judge Espinoza said to her in front of us, "I don't understand why you're not dead."
At first, Roberta and David Rifkin didn't know their youngest daughter, Emily, had a dark secret.
There was very little that we did not try and do for them. We provided her with piano lessons. We sent her to Barbizon School of Modeling. We did a lot of things, maybe over the top.
We provided for our children, and they were happy, and still things happened.
Emily appeared to be an all-American girl, but she was addicted to prescription painkillers.
She was in a really bad car accident with my dad.
At age 13, Emily was injured when her father's car was rear-ended.
That was where she first started going to pain management clinics with my dad.
But it wasn't until Emily's sophomore year at USF that her grades plummeted and she dropped out of college. That's when the family knew there was a serious problem.
She was an A student all the way through high school, and a sweet child.
You know, unbeknownst to us, other activities were going on in her life, but she hid them. She truly hid them.
Based on real and phantom pain, Emily used back problems to get drugs. And it was directly because of the accident that she was able to do that.
That was when she started actually needing to have the pills on a more day-to-day basis, which unfortunately then turned into an hour-to-hour basis. I think it completely tore our family apart.
Life was harder for Stacy Nicholson from the beginning. Her parents split up when she was little, and she rarely saw her father.
I was just a single parent raising her. It was tough. It was tough. I was a child raising a child, it seems.
When her mother remarried, 10-year-old Stacy did not get along with her stepfather, but she got friendship and guidance from her cousin Frankie Herrera.
They were very close, very close. Her and Frankie were buddies.
But Stacy's mother had trouble with her daughter's reckless streak.
I love my daughter. I want to support her in every way I can. But when she wasn't willing to get clean, all I was doing was enabling her.
It was a boyfriend who introduced Stacy to the little blue pill, roxycodone, a powerful, long-acting dose of oxycodone. Over time, Stacy's mother watched helplessly as her daughter slowly slipped away.
It takes them to hit rock bottom. I can want for her all I want to get better, and that's not going to make her better. It has to come within themselves.
Rock bottom for Stacy might have been this 2009 drug sweep in Pinellas County.
A massive pharmaceutical fraud scheme has been busted up in Pinellas County, according to authorities. The investigation, dubbed Operation OxyConn, started 8 months ago.
But Stacy had further to fall. She, along with 20 other people, were accused of buying oxys with fake prescriptions. At this point, Stacy had been snorting or shooting the drug for 4 years.
Circuit Court in and for Pinellas County is now in session. The Honorable Deanna Farnell, Circuit Court Judge presiding.
Thank you, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Please be seated.
The arrest landed her in Pinellas Drug Court before a determined judge.
You know, it's more than a disease sometimes. I mean, they say addiction is a disease. It's a cancer. It's wicked.
Judge Deanna Farnell presides over America's first all-female drug court. Women make up about half of drug court cases, and Pinellas County leads the state in the number of fatal overdoses.
As a judge, I wasn't trained for this. You know, I'm trained to be fair and impartial and to sit up and call balls and strikes. I was not trained to get down in this misery and to make a plan that could save somebody's life. That's not my job, but it has become my job.
Judge Farnell can order these women to get substance abuse treatment with money from a 3-year federal grant. She tries to see potential in the shattered lives that come into her courtroom.
I see who they could be, not maybe who they were or who they could have been, but who they could be. At one time, perhaps, been, you know, in the top of their class, good daughters, you know, the whole bit, and that something then has happened in their lives.
Which is what Judge Jack Espinoza thought when he met Emily Rifkin.
She was a remarkable young lady with a severe drug problem.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Jack Espinoza, Jr. presiding.
Ultimately, it was up to her to make the decision to get better.
I think she knew she had a problem. I think she felt that she could control the problem. At first, she did.
They should be scared. They're not. They think they're invincible. Their thought is, you know, if I really truly hit rock bottom, mommy or daddy will be there. Somebody's going to be there, but that isn't going to happen. They're going to be alone in a corner, wherever, overdosing and dying.
But Stacy would hit her rock bottom just weeks after this appearance before Judge Farnell.
Well, are you giving up or are you going to continue to fight?
Where Stacy faced a determined judge along with a 5-year sentence, and her family soon faced mourning the loss of a loved one.
Coming up.
911, is this a police, fire, or medical emergency?
A frantic call to 911 and a family's life or death decision.
Definitely felt someone in that house was going to die.
When an addict dies, that family's like a pane of glass that's been hit with a rock. It just shatters.
And later, delays in rehab leading to unexpected deaths when If I Die Young continues.